Uh, Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Game 2 of UTD versus FAP. I am... oh my god, I just said the name. No! No! But anyway, we're back, boys. Welcome to Game 2. And unfortunately, I didn't even click the link on the straw poll, so I don't know what the hell the results of the MVP vote are. Do you have this for me?
Irmar trashed it. Yeah.
Irmar trashed it? Oh. Alright, so yeah, it looks like Irmar's your Game 1 MVP, boys. Can't wait to get to that post-game interview. It's gonna be so good. Alright, so looking at Game 2 here, what do you think Fantastic Anime Personalities needs to change about their approach in order to try and bring back this series and fulfill the tried and true prophecy that FAP will 1v1 anyone, will 1-for-1 anyone?
Well, they definitely need to take advantage of Rob's ability to play mid lane. Rob is actually, in my opinion, Rob is up there on some of the better mid laners in our league right now. And putting him on something like a Karma support while having a mono damage team is just not, it's not using your eggs correctly, you know? So like if they put Rob on another carry and just redraft the same team, I think they'd win it out this time. Even with the volley bear again.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. Actually, let's see, what could one theoretically put Rob on this game that would facilitate, perhaps him doing more? You could throw him on something like, I don't even know who plays it, like put him on Karthus, put him on something memey like that, dude. That'd be a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he plays, but like even simple picks like Ari or like if we're going back to basics, he could play Annie for all I care, and that'd just be a better pick for the comp that they had.
Hell, dude, even Ori. I'll be fine with Oriana. He plays Oriana.
Oriana would be slick there, yeah, actually.
It'd actually be so nice, especially like volley. Dude, redraft the volley bear from last game and just run it down with the Ori ball. We fixed the comp already.
Yeah, I mean, there just needs to be a second damage threat here. Also, maybe if we're gonna play the volley bear again,
we talk about volley bear again.
Yeah, but if we do, like, maybe discuss completing an item, and maybe not Titanic Hydra first.
I mean, he got a Titanic at like 20 minutes, bro. Like, we're good to go.
Yeah, there's something to be said about fish and gold spending.
Yeah, you done losers. Oh, baby, I'm loving this fucking post. Oh, I have bombed on stream. Cut the bud! Cut the bud! Oh my god.
Wow.
Said I F-bombed on stream, cut the bud. But, we're gonna be getting right into this game too pretty quickly here. Pick ban expected to start at any moment here. So, do you think we're gonna see some change-ups in the draft from UTD now that they're on blue side?
I hope so. UTD's draft wasn't entirely good either. And also, I think they need to... I hope both teams are taking this time before they get into the pick ban to really think about, what they can do to win. And as I say that, we launch right into pick bans.
Ah, perfect. Exactly what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
It's like we didn't have to wait long, though. Zillion being banned immediately. Zillion, a classic pocket pick for Rob here. Very used to seeing that one. In fact, Rob had a very fantastic performance against Flesh's Aurelian Soul in mid lane in preseason with that Zillion pick, actually. If you remember all the way back. That was like,
oh, yeah?
like 12 weeks ago, 13 weeks ago. It's been like... Dude, can you believe it's been like 3 months?
Dude, I can't.
Started the female LCS. That's season... This is 5? I don't know.
3 months ago, I played Kaisa Jungle in preseason.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, 3 months ago, SVT was the only team that went 0-4 after being theorized to be a top 3 team coming out of the friggin' draft. But we righted ourselves. We're on stable ground right now.
And wow, the Anivia pick comes through.
Let's go.
Probably female LCS's most coveted one-trick champion.
And by most coveted, we mean we just have 2 Anivia one-tricks, and we're used to seeing them play Anivia in as many games as possible, but no one ever will let them. Except for some reason, tons of people let Hiromar play it, and they regret it, but absolutely nobody lets Flesh play Anivia.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Karthus coming out, boys! Woo! We dropped the Karthus! I'm so happy.
It's exactly what you said to do. And
it's probably gonna lose in the game. Never take suggestions from me on how to close a draft when I'm on the casting booth, man. That's always a mistake. I'm always gonna meme. Every time. I didn't think oh wait, you know what? Dude, FAP was probably like in the chat before this draft started, and there's like, I read it like FAP plays for the people, dude. Like, FAP's for the people. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So maybe they're trying to make me look good here.
Huh? Maybe they're just taking some hints, but maybe that's gonna have some Caster Curse reactions on them. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Indeed, I'm very excited to see what this Karthus pick could do here. And I think it's definitely going to be like mid lane, though, just because Sejuani's been locked in as well, so likely not going to see the jungle Karthus this game.
Yeah, I have no doubt. But I wonder how Karthus does into Anivia. Having no movement abilities to get away from wall, from the icicle ball into the ult, like, I hope he can actually sustain well.
It's very weird. There's literally like nothing at all that's gonna differentiate the mid laners this game, because like both of them just play safe, they farm up, and then they're basically trying to accomplish the same thing in teamfights. Except Karthus a little more focused on the cleanup, and Anivia a little more focused on the zoning process with that wall, that glacial storm. So all around, I don't think the mid lane will be that much of a factor this game, unless mistakes are made in like any portion of the game. Or
Absolutely.
people start walking into Hiramar's walls.
I can't wait to see another Anivia one-trick, though, play their one-trick champion. And we also see Maie's infamous Olaf come out. I know you're going to mention about you playing Olaf at some point.
Hey man, I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to say anything. Dude, what can I say? What can I say? Maie, a fellow jungler who recognizes the full-on power of Olaf. That is respect right there. Matthew Maie Drake turning it up with this Olaf pick. That's what I like to see.
Alright, but what I'm most excited for is to see
the Volibear run back?
Well, oh god, no. Definitely not. I'm most excited to see Hey Listen play his Riven. He plays it so much before he was relegated to support, and he put so much time and sweat into that. I can't wait to see him play.
Yeah, we got the Volibear run back, boys.
Oh man,
I'm fairly sure. I'm fairly sure this is a comp drafted for the people, and by the people I mean me. We are very likely going to see a Blade of the Ruin King volley coming out this game, even though it would no longer make sense. There's no way we don't.
It wouldn't be good now.
But I don't care. People want to see what they want to see.
I do like that FAP completely just redrafted the exact same team they had last game with the Tristana over Sivir because Sivir was banned. But now with 2 damage sources, now they have a solid team going into this game.
They actually do. I mean, it's much better than a liquid team, I will say.
Yeah.
Or a gas team. Honestly.
Wow, could have dropped plasma in there too, but that was good. That's good.
Jokes are horrible.
You're horrible. Oh my god.
That was admin abuse. Wow.
Admins! Yo, can somebody get an admin in here, please? We're being harassed while we're casting.
But while they're doing these champion lock-ins, I want to talk about the fact that UTD has no real true tank. I mean, you can argue that Olaf is a tank, but when he turns on that Ragnarok, he actually loses resistances and armor while he runs in for a little bit.
Dude, he wants to Ragnarok your world, bro. Like,
yeah.
He doesn't need armor and magic resist when he's running straight at you.
Yeah,
oh god.
Fact, Ragnarok's original iteration, Olaf, it was meant to be as soon as he hit level 18, every enemy on the map would constantly lose 1% of their max health until they died. The true story. Riot obviously decided not to release Ragnarok that way, but it's more fitting of a name such as Ragnarok.
Makes sense. Dude, do you think if they had UTD should have picked Malphite here, I feel like. Picked Malphite for
That'd been gross. A Malphite pick would have been literally nasty in place of the Riven.
Olaf comes to gank top, right? And then Chad Penguin, he's stuck between a Ragnarok and a hard place.
I gotta go. Anybody else want to cast tonight? I got a blast.
I got a. No, you
I
ain't
don't
got.
get paid enough for this.
So unfortunately, Vitautus mic has stopped working. So
Well, so
He's actually server muted.
Oh my god, mod abuse! Jesus, that's actual mod abuse. That is actual admin abuse. Caught live on the PMA LCS stream. You all saw that.
Alright, but you know, you mentioned that Malphite, but Riven with the Flash can do the same thing.
It is true, but then you're not. You're just stuck between. You're still stuck between a Ragnarok and a hard place, really. Oh god. Oh no. All right, we actually. We should analyze something now.
Alright, yeah, we'll talk about how each team wants to fight these fights, right?
So,
While UTD has the opportunity to straight up team fight, it needs some fancy footwork out of either a pick from Morgana or Anivia, or some fancy footwork out of Hey Listen, right? Whereas if you look at the side of fantastic anime personalities, their team comp is really easy to execute. You throw a couple ults in there, you right click people to death, and you move on, right?
Ults, yeah. Cliver runs in, Sejuani runs in, somebody gets clapped, you hope it's not the Olaf who gets glacial prisoned, or the person who gets black shielded, you run it down, you kill them all, Tristana pops off, starts resetting those rocket jumps, Karthus press ult, and their UTD goes kablooey. That's really it.
Yeah, it's really simple. Very limited skill shots that you really have to hit. A lot of it is you just face mash and right click and just, click on the ground a lot until your enemy dies. Whereas if you look at the side of UTD, they actually have to line so many things up. Short of Caitlyn, even Caitlyn has some skillful setups here, but everybody else really has to line up a lot of tools to make it right, and they have to change their CC, they have to focus down single targets, because they're really weak when it comes to AoE, unless Hermar catches somebody in a corridor here.
They have a lot of very interesting tools though. With this Morgana, with the disengage on the black shield, gonna be tough for fantastic enemy personalities. So just straight run them down. And as well, Chad Penguin, as long as he has no flash, that's gonna be really tough to work around the dark bindings in the teamfight settings as well. One thing I actually want to see really come out here might be the glacial augment Morgana support in order to stuff the engage coming in from fantastic enemy personalities. Actually, so you go with Twin Shadows and Lasagnas or something like that, and fantastic enemy personalities, no way of closing the gaps. And on the side of UTD, you have this Anivia zone control, you have the long range from Caitlyn, and you can easily kite back and then bait something like the Riven flank onto the Karthus or the Tristana in the backline, and all of a sudden the team fight becomes very, very doable for UTD. That being said, they have a noticeable lack of frontline currently.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually genius. The glacial augment with the Twin Shadows coming out of Morgana. I mean, if they think of that, that's brilliant. But as a good friend of mine says, the burden of outplay actually lies on UTD this game, with how easy fantastic anime personalities team comp is to execute here.
Who says burden of outplay?
You.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't used that one in a couple weeks. I have used Between a Ragnarok and a Hard Place approximately 3 minutes ago though. That one's a classic.
Wow.
Always
Just have to revive it.
Yeah, it's better the third time really. The only thing that could make it better is the fourth time. Or the 69th time.
God, it's corroding away, man. These jokes just gotta stop.
Toxic Mundo. Wrong game,
Really
dude.
taking all of these jokes for granted, man.
Oh my god. Your puns are unbearable.
Ooh. Alright. I would say my puns are nice, but you can't really spell that word the way I'm spelling it in my head. Anyway. So back to analyzing these team comps here. Other runes I'd like to see the differences. I want to see if Rob's going to take that Predator rune or if he's going to take that Dark Harvest rune here. I really don't think Dark Harvest is too bad when you're in lane, actually. You get a lot of opportunities to proc it onto Hiromar, except you would think that, right? Except both of these champs are going to play so far back. How often are you actually going to stack that Dark Harvest?
Often enough, baby! Press R.
I doubt it. And Volibear this time...
A petition to call Dark Harvest Karthus Children of the Corn Karthus, please.
That's actually kind of cool.
I think it's a good call. It's good for the Wait, we can just call him the Wicker Man, actually.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
but I also want to see I also want to see how Chad Penguin fights this Riven. And if you notice that Hey Listen didn't take Ignite here because it is 5v5, and who the heck's not going to take Teleport in a 5 scenario where Riven can split push, right? So he's either forced to buy an early Executioner's Calling to duel down Volibear, or just avoid him for the first 5 levels, due to the Volibear's enormous base stats and having 3.5 abilities to Riven's 6.
Yeah, dude, Riven's too good. You slam buttons, you kill him. It's easy. By that I mean it's pretty hard, but it's easy.
Also,
I
some other
swear.
things to think about is how often Maya is going to invade Sejuani here. Jupel, while Jupel has an easy clear and probably early like gank potential, Maya should be able to control the jungle here. There's no scenario in which Sejuani beats Olaf early game, 1v1, right? So Maya should be able to go in, take a couple camps, and he does clear camps a little faster too until Sejuani picks up that Cinder Hulk. So we'll see how he can take advantage of this here.
Oh, dude, I am so excited for this game too. You don't even know, man. So going into game 2, who are you looking at? Who's going to be the big playmaker this game? Who's going to pop off?
There's actually a plane flying overhead. Give me a second. I can't hear anything. Sorry, what was the question?
Just say, who are you expecting to be? Who's going to pop off this game?
Alright. I'm going to give you my hopeful answer and then my realistic answer. My hopeful
Okay.
answer, I'm hoping Hey Listen pops off because watching a Riven play well is like one of the coolest things to watch. But more realistically, I think either Maya's going to pop off on this comfort pick Olaf, or Hiromar is going to pop off on his one trickable champion on the side of UTD. And so that's
Some
fantastic.
big comfort picks. We actually have like so many comfort picks for UTD this game. Like Caitlyn and Nivea and Olaf, and Hey Listen definitely shown to be comfortable on the Riven before. So
Yeah, absolutely.
a spicy game.
On the side of fantastic anime personalities, they don't really have any champions that can take advantage of that early game. Perhaps Tristana and Navi can get some early picks off onto Caitlyn, but with that Black Shield in the way, it's kind of hard to see a bubble turning into a kill here.
Yeah, nice part about that lane is Nami has such a great matchup in Morgana support, unless you you just eat bindings the entire laning phase. But the issue is Tristana though does not do well in lane early against Caitlyn, unfortunately. And with Morgana being able to Black Shield the Nami bubble, Tristana has really no way of forcing it all in into this Caitlyn lane. So I think it's going to be, in a lot of ways, up to Jupel in order to gank this lane and work around that Morgana Black Shield if they're looking to come out of that lane with a lead at all. And realistically speaking, that doesn't even look like that good of a lane to gank if you're the Sejuani.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's awful.
Yeah, honestly, fantastic anime personalities. Best case scenario, and this is assuming both teams are playing their best case scenario is a 0-0 scoreline going into 30-minute window. That's what I would be looking for about their team.
Yeah, you get Karthus Tristana, man. Like, you know, my pop off this game, I'm going with my boy Rob. He gonna press R good.
Yeah. Yeah, and just all of their champions just completely outscale every champion on UTD, except maybe you can make an argument for Nivea and Caitlyn as they get their items too, but Tristana eventually outranges Caitlyn here as well. So we'll just see. Oh my god. And as I say that 0-0 scoreline going to 30 minutes, we see that Tristana, I guess he has the Nami heal behind him, but he decided to take the press the attack. That's something to be sought for.
I mean, I actually kind of like the press the attack in this situation because you already have the heal from from Lolly Hentai Police into this lane. So I think the press the attack actually works here, just because you can actually use it to like get a whole lot of damage down on Freedom Penguin and force them out of lane with the Nami sustain early. The weird part about that pick though is you have to play it just right. If it works though, it's good.
Yeah, you're right, can threaten kill pressure, but here we are going to pause at 10, whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm at 26. Okay, there we go. Pause now. Let me go back to 10. Okay, I'm at 10.
3, 2, 1, go.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, we good?
Yep.
Perfect. And so now, you expecting to see any level 1 shenanigans to go forward in this game?
I doubt it. I mean, UTD has a Morgana binding with Olaf's million axes to start the game, so perhaps they'll look for it, and they do have the Riven here, so they do have the tools for a good opening. Perhaps they'll just do this 120 ward bush, and here we're going to see a catch out, actually.
Oh, 5-man bubble! Jesus!
Alright, this game's over. Dylan just won the game, actually.
Lion Type Police has actually been playing out of his mind on Nami.
Like,
Like, he had so many good
absolutely.
bubbles game 1, game 2, and he's already 5-man bubble. It's all down. The issue with that, it's all downhill from here, though.
Alright. Well, if history holds, also, for all the spectators watching, if you can go back before 1 minute and 5 seconds, go back and heal. There's no reason. You'll make it to your camps and you'll make it to your lanes in time.
It's always a good idea, boys. Make sure you complete that back before 105, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
You get that weird 8-second window there. Interestingly enough, Maya not starting off Raptors as we're used to seeing from OAuth Jungle. Will be starting off with that red buff.
Yeah, Maya not known for his meta jungle pathing, but he really does make it work, and I love watching that.
Yeah, Maya is the equivalent, is like literally the PMALCS equivalent of Meteos pathing. And so, when I mean Meteos pathing, is he doesn't necessarily path, you know, textbook.
Traditionally. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't path the textbook style that you're supposed to. But at the same time, he's developed his style of pathing enough to where he can get exactly what he wants out of every situation and actually put himself in a decent advantage. And because he can do that pathing himself efficiently, that means that the other jungler has a lot of trouble punishing that pathing because it's a little difficult to predict where he is. Quick poke damage coming out from that Morgana Caitlyn bot lane. And Maya is actually been found in the jungle by Jupil and Rob. Here more on the rotation. The flash coming out from Jupil though. Both junglers been taken extremely low. Jupil forced to run away there. And
Rob took
Maya
heal.
gonna make it up by the skin of his teeth.
Rob took heal. That's interesting.
That's very strange, yeah, especially in that lane, but it's so useful there.
Yeah, I mean, good on Jupil there for attempting that flash on his W. He just slightly misangled it, and perhaps if he hit that, he got the kill. Something to think about. Somehow Jupil managed to clear his 2 camps much faster than Maya did. He got an entire 600 health start on that Scuttle Crab. It's a way to go for him.
Yeah, dude, Jupil already ahead in the pathing wars right now. And the pathing wars are my favorite thing to analyze as a jungler, and honestly, I put way too much stock in the pathing wars in general.
Well, no, I
play
don't think you do, because like in the first 3 minutes of the game, that's the only macro in the game, is just how the junglers play or how the pathing war ends up, right? There's nothing else on the map that's gonna matter, except for
That's
like
very
solo
true.
lane mistakes or single lane mistakes.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the pathing priority goes a little bit down, especially as the game goes on, though, because, you know, you get
Right.
into the mid to late game, and all of a sudden, like, wow, I put this jungler in the dirt, but he just walked into a couple of my lanes 2 times, and now their team's ahead.
Right.
Fun game.
Classic jungle feels.
I love it, dude. I swear to God, I drop like 6 careful pings. They never listen. They never listen.
Yeah. Well, fortunately for Maya here, he did take that top scuttle, even though Chad Penguin had priority on that scuttle. Perhaps Jupil just didn't feel safe fighting Maya for it with his health total so low.
Perhaps he didn't, and all seems to be all quiet on the western and northern and eastern and all the fronts, even the southern front right here, honestly. I could even drop the cardinal directions if you wanted to. Like, that's how many fronts it's quiet on right now. It's so boring.
I mean, this is exactly what Fantastic Anime Personality wants, right? They don't want any bloodshed on either side. I mean, sure, if they get a kill, that's great, but like that puts them at risk of losing a kill, and they really do want that 0-0 going into 35 minutes. Maya just disconnected without a pause. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little rough. I like how the first thing that happens before that pause in chat is Chad Penguin saying, "You won't believe what happens next." And then Maya is quit 3 minutes later. Took a hammer to his computer. You know, common misconception. Hammer is only like 2 letters away from hamster. So, like, you know, if hamsters power your computers. Common
How do you come
misconception.
up with this?
I really don't know. I really don't know how I come up with this, dude.
Well, while we're in this pause, let's take a look. I mean, at each lane matchup, we have Chad Penguin showing his strength with his early base numbers. dueling out Riven, forcing Hey Listen off of the wave. Hey Listen, known to be very passive on his Riven, opting to take farm and waiting for junglers to gank before making his moves. That's really smart, as base numbers are in favor of all tanks early game. In the jungle, we have an even clear camp for camp, since both skulls were taken. In the mid lane, Rob is showing his advantage on Karthus, able to CS a lot easier since Anivia's early CS is kind of hard, especially if you didn't play Anivia the last game. In the bot lane, as you had mentioned, Caitlyn has a distinct advantage on Tristana early game, although there is one wave going into her tower, but it's still about a 15 CS lead on her. And then in the supports, neither of them can CS for the life of them.
Man, I wish I could see any of this, but I didn't have the tab pulled up before the pause came in, so rip. Oh, yay! Maya's back! Woo! Wait, Maya has no health left, so he's gonna connect with this game and realize he's really dead.
Yeah, but he's not fighting anything or anyone.
No, Raptors gotta do you in sometimes, you know?
That camp is so hard. Although with a finished jungle item, anybody can do it.
My man's OAV, dude. Just throw axes.
Yeah, one axe heals you for like 110 off each axe as long as you hit all 6.
Dude, you know what's hilarious? Like, I saw this thing in like Super Smash Brothers Melee once. It was like basically low level analysis. It's like just hit them. Mid level analysis, you got to do this and that and this and that. And if they do this and then it's like high level analysis, just hit them. This is what it feels like here. Like low level analysis, yeah, just throw an axe. Like mid level analysis. All right, so you got to be sure you space out this axe on the camps here to get that maximum talisman proc there. Be sure you don't blow through your entire mana pool in the process. High level analysis, throw an axe. That's one of the more long-winded jokes I've told recently, and that's saying something, honestly.
12, 13, 14.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Right. And this is a Tristana into Caitlyn, is that Tristana having that difficulty last hitting under the tower with that.
Oh no, Don will take the solo! We're gonna be forced to pop that heal.
Fortunately for Donville, though, that binding didn't combo into a trap. Perhaps it was on cooldown. Or that trap, yeah. That trap specifically.
That trap. Let's just on Nami lane, forced to take it back here. So, you know, I was excited about the press the attack rune. There's still opportunity for this timing in the lane. There's still opportunity for it.
Costing him a lot, though. Not having that
Really
fleet.
is. Yeah. At this point, you gotta be wondering how valuable fleet would have been.
Especially if
really
you're going into a lane that you know you're going to lose.
On the bright side, though, he's gonna do so much damage late game.
That's true. It will pop somebody. And seeing as there's no frontline tank like that may be what they need for that double damage comp.
Learning from the mistakes of their previous draft, running it back the same way, but this time we have actual damage.
That's huge. Also, if we look at the CS, like, yeah, we can see that Tristana is turning into a coprophiliac here, but we see that Volibear has made up for that difference against the Riven.
Oh, baby, he's back. Oh, and then some. Oh my god. 56 to 32 farm lead right now. Holy
And he still has
mother.
his teleport.
Oh no, I
Question
got the
is,
Jarvan
what item
fist.
will he buy? No BF.
No BF sword, looks gonna be Titanic.
Interesting. Interesting that he chose to build the arm guard portion of Titanic first instead of the Tiamat.
I mean, I dig it. Raw force splash away real quick in mid lane. Maye coming in for the gank to saying hi, but here's Jupo on the flank. Maye's brought low already. Dark Harvest coming for this Karthus. Maye brought solo, popping that ghost, dodging out all the Karthus. And here comes Hey Listen on the roam, though. And the Broken Wings third proc going awry, and Rob popping that Requiem. First blood be going over to Rob there, finalizing the kill on Maye. There's just no crowd control left to stop that from happening on the side of UTD.
Incredibly well played by fantastic enemy personality. Sure, you could say there's a couple of skill shots missed, but everybody misses those every now and then, right? But the fact that they recognize that there's going to be a gank, and they turned it, and Jupil landing all of his skills perfectly before Maya hit 6. I think that was a huge mistake by Maya trying to go for that gank without Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's kind of
Well done.
scary. I actually like the gank. He just exited in a weird manner without knowing where Jupil was. is like, oh, speaking of Jupo, throwing that Glacial Prison in bot lane, Lawyer hits that place of Donville for the turn here, and Anti-RUK and Freedom Penguin are running away real quick. Donville still going in, he wants more. Ultimately decides against it though, and they're gonna back off.
Yep. I think it's really strong that Jupil is trying to save his Tristana's lane and try to maybe open up some CS for them. Also just to show UTD that his bot lane is not forgotten.
Show love to your bot lane. So everyone knows if you're the jungle, it's always your bot lane's fault in solo queue. If you're bot lane, it's always your jungler's fault. That's how it works. Show your bot laners some love. Show your junglers some love. Show everyone love, dude.
But looking at the scoreline here, this could not be more for what FAP has dreamed of. It's more than what they wanted. It's not going to go 0-0 to 35. Now it's going to go a kill over to Rob, which is where they want that goal. But we're seeing the lack of mobility cost him.
Yep, meanwhile on top lane too, Chad Penguin going on Hey Listen, Flashes burned on both sides of that. Thunderclaws burned by Chad Penguin as well. And so yeah, the only thing that could be going better right now for Fantastic Enemy Personalities could be that bot lane matchup though. Speaking of which, Donvo being taken down in the bot lane by Freedom Penguin here. As soon as I was going to talk about that 30 CS deficit being opened up already, and it's turning into a 3 plating deficit. Oh man, that's nasty.
Oh boy. Caitlyn doing what she does best.
Yep.
But both times, something to think about. Both times Adamo got caught with that binding, it's in the exact same spot. You have to hope and wonder maybe he's going to learn from this time.
Maybe he will, dude.
Gotta start at that. So when you get caught in the same skill shot in the same pattern over and over, you really gotta realize that and start just changing up your pattern.
Yeah, gonna be key going forward, and if there's anything we learned from game 1, that changing patterns will be very beneficial to Fantastic Anime Personalities and has already shown to be helping them have a much cleaner early game in this game too. And Donville getting caught by another binding though, and Freedom Penguin going in. They're looking for the all-in though turn, but the double Soul Shackles coming in from Anti-RUK, and Freedom Penguin just gonna turn this, clean this one up here. Double kill going over to Anti-RUK with the duo kill down in the bot lane, and as well gonna get themselves this first turret for their efforts.
That was incredibly ambitious by the side of Fantastic Anime Personalities. They're already down 15 AD from the BF versus the pickaxe, but kudos to them for attempting that play. That's something you just have to recognize as a bot lane. When you're behind and you're not in a winning lane, you don't want to take the fights, no matter how good they seem, unless your jungler is nearby. Speaking of junglers.
Oh baby, we have some red-tailed actions coming in here. Requiem being popped by Karthus, and they're stuck in the arrow pit, struggling to get out. That's going to be a cleanup here by the Fantastic Anime Personalities. Light being thrown down here. Glacial Prison coming out here. Mar doing his damnedest to get out. Bye-bye Birdie gonna flash over that wall and take the blast cone to safety, actually. And Jupil picking up that Herald on the escape.
Yep. And Rob getting this kill and assist here is so big for him, because he's going to be the reason they even transition into the mid game, whereas Adonville is going to have to farm till 3 items now to keep up with this Caitlyn.
Yeah, Tristana is absolutely currently on the struggle bus right now, and this bus doesn't even have wheels because he changed his name to Hey Listen and is currently playing Ribbon.
I gotta go.
You know what's sad? I made that one up on the fly. I was just gonna leave it as on the struggle bus, but then I thought of that. It was gone. It was gone. Oh, she wrote.
Jesus.
Oh no, he's here. Yo, so we're having a very entertaining game between both teams here. The all right, now that idiot's gone. Oh no, Chad Penguin actually getting solo killed topside by Hiramar there. That Anivia, those Anivia mechanics already popping off. Oh my god. This is how it's gonna be. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? It's gonna happen. Anyway, Jupo has ingressed into Maye's bottom side here, and actually no, it's no, Maye's ingressed into Jupil's bottom side right here.
Yeah, it's, you know, for all the hype that we gave Hiramar for being one-trick Anivia, I'm really glad to see that Rob's more than keeping up with him here in terms of both item advantage and farm. Well done.
Yeah, definitely, and that's nothing against Hirmar either, because Hirmar's actually played very well this game too.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just the opportunity's been created all around. Meanwhile, there, UTD looking for the engage in the bot side jungle. And they're going to find Lolly Hensai Police here on the escape, but Chad Penguin teleporting in from the backline. And fantastic enemy personalities are here for the cleanup. However, Chad Penguin just going to get mobbed and taken down by 4 of them. Rob fighting in this jungle right now, taking an extremely low triple kill by Maye. Adonville actually gonna blast Maye out of there with that buzzer shot. And unfortunately, Rob, that Requiem just not anywhere close to coming off of cooldown, so having no way to close that ambitious fight that they took. Great teleport in by Chad Penguin on the flank, actually, to prepare for
Absolutely.
Thank you, TP.
It makes you wonder though if there's either no shot calling for team fights, or if it's silent in there, or maybe it's due to tilt, or maybe they're just not comfortable with it. But everybody seems to be hitting a separate target, especially even after that TP. But here they might make up for it.
Oh, good bubble coming in for Lolly Hensai Police, and Jupo is here, going on to Maye right now. Glacial Prism being popped on the Hey Listen. Jupo getting a kill on to Maye with that shutdown. That's so much important. Gold Donville flashing forward, looking for Hey Listen. Freedom Penguin, though, is slayed. Jupo on the that side. Requiem coming in, but Freedom Penguin, though, getting the turn with those crits. Chad Penguin flashing in. Freedom Penguin finally going to get taken down, as it's a duel of the Penguins. Have you ever seen Penguins fight before in your life? I assure you, it does not look like a bear slapping like a 6-foot-tall lady. It's I want to go like National
It's actually pretty
Geographic
brutal when
right
penguins
now.
fight. They like throw rocks at each other. I'm not even kidding.
Oh yeah, that's right, dude. Have you seen March of the Penguins?
Yeah.
Woo! What a classic movie. It was like 2005
The best.
and the sultry voice of Morgan Freeman.
As we like think about that fight right there though.
No,
Ooh.
Hiramar! Unfortunately, Hiramar should actually consider becoming a penguin, because he is looking like one flightless bird right now. Chad Penguin getting the shutdown
good.
kill.
That was good. Flightless bird.
Flightless bird, dude. I respect it. Well, they're Jupo dropping this Rift Herald. Mid-side. Shelly gonna get a great hit onto that tower, however. UTD looking for the side. Hey, listen, popping that Blade of the Exile. They're gonna go in. Maya, only Ragnarok going in. Rob gonna get taken down immediately. Jupo forced to run away for his life. Ace in the hole coming out from Freedom Penguin. That's going to be the kill onto Jupo. And
Yeah,
overall,
fantastic enemy
2 for 0.
personality. Fantastic enemy personalities. Really need to look for their windows of opportunity here.
And speaking of opportunities, here comes Chad Penguin in from the flanks. The bot lane oversteps his bound. Soul Shackle's being popped, but that is one tanky bear. And Freedom Penguin doing as best he can to kite out. Can be taken down in the end by a Donvo. And there's Chad Penguin to clean up Annie-RUOK's Morgana as one scary bear.
Yeah, and that's the perfect opportunity there. Chad Penguin being the strongest member on the team right here, especially since Rob needs a couple more items to get into his place of comfort. They shouldn't be fighting without him at all. And if you consider the fact that Vonville has 0 completed items to Freedom Penguin, there's no contest there. It's like half the game.
Jesus, yeah, that's the biggest deficit that's being opened up in this game right now. That's between Freedom Penguin and the Donville. I mean, hey, listen, not having the greatest of times over here, but, you know, he's got his cleaver, he's got magical boots. Like, he's in good shape. He can still do things. Still waiting for some big things to come out. And fantastic anime personality to defend this turret here. Looks like they found the engage they wanted, but Rob gonna be taken down extremely low from this Anivia damage here, and gonna be forced. Looks like fantastic anime personalities for the time being have held up the push on this tower, but UTD likely gonna be coming back for more and rotating over to this Ocean Drake right now.
This is probably one of the biggest mistakes players make when they get into these like late game losing scenarios. They start grouping 5 men. They're like, man, maybe we can take team fights. Maybe we can hold this tower alone. But here you have a Karthus that can wave clear super easily on its own between 2 of his own abilities. You should put the Tristana in a lane by himself, let him get some items down and load it onto his kit. Then maybe he can get back into the game.
Yeah, this Tristana actually needs to be freeze farming in the side lane now. Like, well, it's freeze farm if possible when you're playing Tristana, because, you know, freezing the wave isn't exactly something that just happens with that pick, but, you know, that Tristana is so far behind. They need he needs some of that sit, bro. He needs those items. He needs that Infinity Edge Fire Cannon combo. This Tristana needs to actually get to play the game, and that's just not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially the way they're playing it. Tristana's just going to remain under level doing this the same way over and over.
Yeah, getting a Tristana dumpster in lane like this and then sending her 5v5 team fight repeatedly is going to be a losing recipe. And fantastic anime personalities, though, getting zoned off by Hiramar's wall there. And Chad Penguin, it looks like, yeah, they're going in. They want it. They've found Maye, though. Maye forced to pop Ragnarok. Freedom Penguin, though, slaying a Donville on the other side of the fight. And Maye likes to go through and take down Jupil. Huge Requiem coming in from Rob, actually going to kill no one, but it's brought so many so low. However, Chad Penguin stuck there. Flash forward from Rob, but Hey Listen has found him with the flank, and Hiramar looking for the cleanup here. Rob extremely low. The wind slash from Hey Listen going to finish off Rob. And overall, a 4 for 0 in favor of UTD that fight.
Well done by Maye. After seeing that Requiem come down, he turned on Vicious Strikes, threw an axe at the wolves, and then smited it to keep his health above the threshold for death. Well done. Came out of that fight with Jupil with, like, actually maybe 100-something health.
It was actually so good. You know, no one talks about that dueling prowess that Olaf has. No one respects the lifesteal that Olaf has. Especially when he pops that W.
Well, we're fortunately for fantastic anime personality fans in the chat here, UTD's strongest point is what we're watching right now, as they're sitting in the mid game, taking these towers, taking these team fights. Unfortunately, fantastic anime personalities playing into them, but they're not taking completely debilitating losses during these fights, right? They're not losing all 5 members. They're not opening up gates to the inhibitors, so they still have a chance to just scale into this game. And we see Adambo's finally got 1 item down, and that's just huge. It's the start of something big.
Yeah, they need to just relax and play it slow and stop taking these fights, because they are getting close enough to winning these fights where they can actually just kind of chill now. And they can force things when UTD starts doing dumb stuff. But right now, you're 6k gold down. The strongest point of your game is yet to come. And you don't... And yeah, I would say the strongest point for this UTD comp is going to come in about like 5 minutes once Caitlyn finally gets on 3 items and this Anivia scaling up. And then after that, you're going to be looking for the Tristana Karthus to start taking over this game more. Because, you know, 6-item Caitlyn is actually terrifying, but I'm looking at, you know, full build Karthus, full build Tristana. Also start doing big things in this team fight, along with the front line from Sejuani, which is going to be so much more useful than the Olaf late game.
Yeah. No, precisely well said.
And so going forward, they kind of just need to take a chill pill, realize we aren't losing these fights that badly, so, you know, it's pretty winnable. Meanwhile, though, Chad Penguin caught out in topside here, and still going to go over to Freedom Penguin. But however, here Mars found Rob in the jungle. Rob dropping those layaways, getting the Dark Harvest prop. Here Mark going to bless himself over the wall. Requiem coming out, though. Oh my god, the Nivea wall stopping Rob, choosing to cast that Requiem a little too close. Still going over to Maye onto Rob. And here Mark going to get out a sliver of health. A Dodgeball, though, is definitely looking worse for Lair, and Lolly Hensai Police gonna get caught and mowed down. Kill going with Hey Listen. Hey Listen getting blown out by a Donville. Actually finalizing that kill with the Tristana bomb there.
Yeah, I think a lot of players don't recognize this too, is when you're so far behind, those inner turrets right outside your gates really aren't that special. They don't have that much more armor than the outer turrets.
Comes the Alpha Flash in for the Alpha Volley Bear. Thunderclaws closing the kill on the Freedom Penguin via the area of effect bounce. That's the first time I've seen that ability do anything. Holy mother of God. And speaking of doing something, Chad Penguin wants to do a lot more something right now. Maye popping that Ragnarok for the return kill on Jupil. Not going to find it, though. And he's also going to fall to the Alpha there. And meanwhile, over here, you see this next Ocean Drake spawning rather quickly up here. And it's like Chad Penguin can go ahead and turn in on this one here. 22, 25. Oh no. That's actually, I don't know. I can't even hear Legends anymore, actually.
9, 40, 41.
Oh, yeah,
42.
I am quite 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay, so you guys just need a second, I think.
Okay.
Alright, now let's team fight break it out here. Chad Penguin extremely low already, gonna run for his life. Not gonna be enough. Hey, listening to get him and take him down. Meanwhile, Rob split pushing this top lane. whipping out the good old Guy Fieri special, the split push Karthus already, taking down that top lane tier 1 turret finally for Fantastic Anime Personalities, but they have so much trouble now. And Jupo looking for the clean Glacial Prison on Hey Listen. Unfortunately, they really don't have enough follow-up in order to do anything in that situation. UTD is now onto this inhibitor turret with 4 members here. And Hiramar finally coming back from base, walking into the bottom side jungle. And Rob with the Alpha Flash forward going in, popping that stopwatch, but unfortunately the trap of Freedom Penguin going to be enough to take him down after the Zhonya's, and Requiem not going to do nearly enough damage. Oh my god!
Jesus.
Freedom Penguin just walking straight into a Lay-Waste and getting popped immediately. Feels bad.
It just seems to be that the entire Fantastic Anime Personality is now on the same page here. As Rob flashes forward without Volibear there, without Glacial
Here
Prison
Marcelo
up.
Dragon. Holy mother of God. I respect it. And hey, listen, he's looking for something. And now Jupo Chad Penguin engaging on Hey, listen, Fantastic Anime Personalities. This is the fight. Kyoko went over the line. Hentai Patrol, however, Donville stuck in the middle of the front line. Kyoko with a Maye here. Chad Penguin also brought extremely low. Hiramar here for the cleanup. Kyoko in over Maye. Great wall coming out of Hiramar. They want the chase. Maye's found Lolly, Hentai Police, and he's going to do what he can to stall them and ensure Jupo can get out of that one cleanly. Triple kill for Maye coming out of that fight.
Wow. It just seems... I can't tell if Fantastic Anime Personality is just tilted or they're just not... I feel like their comms must be so silent right now in these fights, because it just seems like there's 2 of them that are on one target and 2 of them on another target. It seems to be that there's no shot caller, like just or no clear, concise voice out there.
Honestly, like, Fantastic Anime Personality probably relaxed this out right now, and they're probably just chill about it.
Oh, that could be.
Like, I bet you $5, like, Rob just, like, flashed in. It's just like, oh, shit. Oops. Like, guaranteed. And meanwhile, Jupo gonna get mowed down on the side of that Baron pit, though. Doing as best he can to try and make something happen there, but UTD all over that. Not gonna let that Sejuani steal at all. Baron gonna be finally going over to UTD here, and they're really gonna siege up and start to close out this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we see Rob just split pushing bot lane. Maybe he can get some work done on the outer turret, get some pressure for his team.
That's actually so cute. I love that. Hiramar dropped his wall on his, like, he dropped his Glacial Prison on, not the Glacial Prison, but the Glacial Storm on the blue buff, and then popped his wall and started his Baron back, so the blue buff would just die to the Glacial Prison, not the Glacial Storm, and not interrupt his back. That was actually cool.
Classic Anivia.
And Anivia one tricks always, like, if there's one thing I've realized about one tricks that makes them better than everyone else with their champion, so they always have to know how to do the most pointless things with their champion. But it's like such a 200 IQ play, they'd be like, well, you know, wow, like, it's just too good. Hey, listen, over here's found him in the jungle. Rob laying so much waste to all of them right now. Go back out.
Well, we see that Adonwa has managed to scrape together 1.5 items, and while that may be a stark stark contrast to Freedom Penguin's 3 items, that's a great start to what can be the comeback in this game.
The comeback, dude. I'm waiting for the comeback. But any sort of comeback gonna be hard right now because UTD, they have a Siege Comp, they have this Caitlyn, they have the Anivia with the zoning tools, and they have this Baron buff. They are currently 9,000 gold ahead looking for this inhibitor turret. And here comes the defensive Requiem coming out from Rob here. And forced to pop Redemption just to save themselves, but this tower is going down. Rob getting caught between a wall and another wall right now, actually. And gonna be taken down by Maye, Ragnaroking into the same fight for the kill. And it's just all out chaos. Freedom Penguin actually stuck over there, actually dying to Rob. And UTD just trying to run them down, but actually, perhaps they've overextended too far here. Yes, they have, and Fantastic Anime Personalities doing their best to kite back and save themselves. Chad Penguin taking dangerously low, and here UK coming in. Hiramara with the stopwatch. Looks like Fantastic Anime Personalities are finding the fight they need, and Hiramara's resurrection can be popped over here as Annie UK falling on the side. And Hiramara, oh, massive damage, getting a kill, a sneaky kill on a Donville before actually getting taken down for the 3v5, the 3 for 5 in favor of Fantastic Anime Personalities.
Yeah, I mean, that was. Fortunately, Fantastic Anime Personality takes advantage of the overextension by UTD. Usually could have just gotten that inhibitor, walked out, maybe set up for Dragon here. But, as you said, UTD loves the fight, and that's what makes watching and casting this game so much fun. And as Fantastic Anime Personality cleans up, we get to watch the classic Tristana jump to his death.
You know, just when you thought UTD had finally done it, they'd sealed the deal. They reminded us why they have like 2 players in the top 5 most most deaths in the league. They just ran it down, bro. Actually, just ran it down.
Well,
man.
maybe that's the window that Fantastic Anime Personality needs to come back into the game. You can see that they cut the gold deficit from 9k, nearly 10k, down to a mere 7 to 8k.
Oh yeah, man, small victories. I mean, it's pretty bad, but like, small victories. And speaking of small victories, though, Tristana finally gets to play the game. Actually, though, Jupil so much zoning, he's walking into all the traps right here. UTD looking for nothing engage. Hey, listen, going to the front line. Wind Slash to take down Lolly Headside Police. And Fantastic Enemy Personalities caught in disarray here. We mowed down Earmark slaying Rob. And defense, another Requiem will be popped here. Donville popping the stopwatch, but this big bad muscular Viking just gonna absolutely murder him with an axe, Texas Chainsaw Massacre style. So change it to the Texas Axe Massacre.
It's interesting that the call from Maya is to go end the game mid, but Anivia is taking Dragon here.
You know,
one of my favorite combinations going on.
Hey man, it's UTD. You don't ask questions. You don't
that's
ask.
true.
Just what happened? There's so much beauty in UTD's gameplay. There really is.
Wait a second.
Have you ever seen a game from UTD that wasn't fun to watch?
That's fair. Well,
You would think, GG.
we see the game extend a little more as everybody does their own thing, and an early GG being called out by Rob here on the losing side. But someone needed a bad drag stat.
You know, from personal experience, you can definitely expand it far more than it needs to be, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You can extend it far more.
He's talking about filling water balloons, chat. I don't know what you're thinking about. But
I'm feel your mom. Wait, never mind.
all right, we're setting up a very 13 stream here, and we're gonna talk about the vision control that UTD has set up. The singular pink ward followed by in the dragon pit or the baron pit, followed by a couple more wards around, gives them actually a sufficient warding, unlike they were doing last game. So it's good to see them improve.
Good to see improvement as well. And yeah, I'd like to point out we're at 31 minutes 10 seconds right now. So as long as they last like maybe 7-8 more minutes, that is like on paper an improvement. On paper an improvement. I think overall they probably likely played better this game.
I think so too.
I think yeah. They had a clear plan. They drafted better. Some mishaps here and there. And now, hey, listen, I actually caught on the wrong side. Kill going over to Donville here. ANYUK also stuck over here, but UTD has slain Baron. And now they're looking for the collapse. Donville getting mowed down immediately. Fantastic Anime Personalities forced to run all over the place. Can't do anything right now. It's a complete UTD cleanup coming in. Oh my god, Freedom Penguin popping ace in the hole. Barely gonna not take down Lolly Hentai Police.
As he pads the stats instead of the end of the game, we see Hirma just cutting the wave to make sure that they get no turrets or no minions to fight that turret with. Lolly
that was
Hentai
actually a
Police.
good wave cut.
Yeah, Lolly Hentai Police just taking these guys on a wild goose chase, running 2 champions amok for a little bit, getting shot in the face, and the game's gonna end anyways, unless Rob pulls out a miracle from his robes here.
Yeah, someone clip that and put Yakety Sax in the background. That's all I ask. Just clip friggin' Lolly Hentai Police running around. Oh my god, the troll inhibitor gonna stop the game ending. And with Chad Penguin and Jupil up very soon, maybe Fantastic Anime Personalities can hope to do something here, but Magi, Hirmar, Freedom Penguin, and Annie are okay. The entire team, hey listen, in the back as well, the entire team's here. Jupil, that is one tanky Poro, but unfortunately not going to be able to do anything. Chad Penguin taken down here. No valiant effort, but not going to be enough in the end, and UTD going to close out the series with a mostly clean 2-0 over fantastic anime personalities.
Yeah, well done by UTD, really showing that they want to play their style and they can do it. They make it work.
And that was a very entertaining series overall. And, you know, first question. I am already tired right now. Let's just get this moving along right now. MVP game 2. Who are you thinking?
Mae. Without a doubt, Mae.
You know, yeah, I think I gotta give it to Maya as well on that
There's almost
Olaf.
no analysis involved required. Like the rest of the team played well, but they just did their job, right? They hit things and things died in front of them. But here we see Mae dug well into the back line, and he was able to pick off players. He was able to force so much pressure on his own. He made some pretty terrible ganks early on, but that didn't matter because they were able to play through the mid game just well enough.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Maye definitely putting in so much work that game. That being said, you really genuinely cannot, overlook Freedom Penguin's massive damage the champions dealt this game. It was actually so much.
Yeah. If we're not looking at stats, though, we do have to give an honorable shout out to Annie Darjoke. With those early game binding, he did shut down Adonville, making it so Adonville really just couldn't play the game for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. So, all around a very fantastic performance from UTD for most of the game. Still got a couple of team-based things to iron out in terms of cleaning stuff up, making sure they're all on the same page. That being said, though, definitely a whole lot of individual talent continuing to, be seen from this roster here.
They're just doing flyovers all night, I see.
Yep. It's gonna vote for drop that young vote for Maya here. Ooh. You know what? Pretty good vote, honestly. Morgana's an acceptable vote this game. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Whatever. Oh man. Alright. So we hope to get this MVP voting wrapped up momentarily. So we can give it about a minute or two more, and then we are going to close the voting for Game 2 and get us started on post-game interviews very soon. Before we start that, Legends, do you have anything else to say, perhaps, about this series as a whole?
It was an incredibly fun series to watch. And it was definitely not your classic, high meta, high concise, studious gameplay. But that's not what we expected out of these two teams. And I'm really glad that we got to see something like that, especially as we're heading off into the final weeks before playoffs. I'm really glad that there are teams out here that are still playing their own style and really just succeeding with it. So I'm really glad we got to cast this.
Yeah, spicy. Very, very, very spicy sandwich type of a series right now, dude.
Yeah.
There was a word that was supposed to go in between spicy and sandwich, and I completely forget what it was, so that sentence made 0 sense.
Yeah, our play-by-play caster isn't tired at all. Don't worry.
No. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. We're good. I'm doing good out here. So we have 10 votes, and currently 11 people in this channel. 11 people watching the stream right now. So on that note, I think we're actually going to close out the voting here, and edging it out is going to be Annie Darjuok with the Game 2 MVP. So let's move straight on to post-game interviews right now. Can we please get Hiramar and Annie, are you okay in play of the game 1 for post-game interviews? Oh, where are the people at, man?
Guess we just have to message them, huh?
Oh no. Yeah, I guess we do have to message them.
I don't have Miramar added, but I told Annie or Darju, okay?
Okay, find Hirmar. I don't even have Hirmar friended. Alright, perfect.
Well, welcome.
Whoa.
Yo. Here, let me go tell here Marius to come up.
We need a hero. We need a hero. We asked for a hero, but we got a hero. They also have a hero, but unfortunately he wasn't voted MVP.
Alright, he should be on his way.
Alright, perfect. I swear we're gonna get this. Oh,
There it is.
sweet. Welcome to the channel. Hirmar. And Annie, are you okay? Congratulations on a mostly clean 2-0 over fantastic anime personalities. Those are very fun games to watch, guys.
Mostly clean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bloody as hell.
If you count a red stained white cloth clean, then yeah, that's about what that game is like.
It might be the cleanest games we've had this split.
Dude, this is UTD. There's no such thing as clean around here.
There's just moderately not dirty.
So, take me through your process for that first round draft, or first game draft.
Well, we saw that they left Brand up and we were like, oh, that's exciting for me. And then we noticed that we had Anivia, Zareth, Vigar, Zillion banned out, and we're like, well, crap. Dylan doesn't play anything else, so we threw him on Brand because he's like, I have mastery level 6 on this. And we're like, okay. And Matt was like, oh, I don't believe in it.
No, not just Matt. You did too. Fuck. Everybody was like, he sucks at Brandy.
And then I guess I just tried to keep Cody alive on Braum. That was kind of the story of the bot lane. Keep Cody alive, let him do things.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to ask, what gave you the confidence to first blind pick that Brand?
Oh. They did. I doubt they really would know it was me.
Yeah,
playing it.
they would 100% think it's going bot lane, and it would ended up being a flex.
So that helped. And honestly, like, counter picks in mid just happen. So if you don't learn to deal with it, it's gonna like dominated. So the one of the few champs that I just can't deal with it. So I just ban LeBlanc constantly.
Dude,
That makes
LeBlanc's stupid. Hate that champion.
Same.
That makes sense. Cool. Fatalis, you want to chime in?
Let me try and think of something. Alright, I'm gonna resurrect an age-old question that I haven't asked for a good 7 weeks now. Alright, boys, so on that 2-0 victory, picture this. You guys are going to the bar to celebrate this 2-0 victory tonight. What are you guys drinking?
Whiskey sour. That's all I drink.
Let's see, something heavy. Let's go with
Grain alcohol.
yeah.
Grain alcohol. Oh no. That's not the one summoner.
Probably some Imperial Stout. Let's
Oh,
go.
good choice. Yeah, that's pretty much all from me.
All right, so as we go into these final weeks going towards playoffs, you guys reckon? I think the rest of the league also reckons that your UTD is definitely a team that's slotted to go into these playoffs. What teams are you looking forward to playing most? And vice versa, like what teams are you most opposed to playing against most?
I'm excited to play against Bears team again. I can't remember their name.
Caligma Bobway, baby.
Yeah. Because we got kind of wrecked by them. So it'd be nice to clean our act up and get back at them. I'd say that's probably my most anticipated.
And in anticipation for that game, what are you guys thinking? Or trying to clean up, as you say.
I would just say I'm trying to get champ. I think I played Zillion for that. Didn't work out at all. So cleaning up like the champs I already have, stuff like that.
That's cool. Well, I got nothing else. Vitalis, you?
You know, I got nothing too.
All right, that's quick
You
and
know,
easy.
You want to wrap this one up for me, Legends? I'll let you do the honors tonight, dude.
Sure. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching tonight's game. PMA LCS Season 5, Week 9, UTD versus Fantastic Anime Personalities. It has been a pleasure casting for you. I am Legends Michael Carrick. I was your color caster, Chris Vitata Dedicius. Packet is your play-by-play caster, and Fleeing Panda on your stream. Thank you, and have a great weekend.